Lesson number 1, Introduction to Measurement. When you go to work every day, how do you know how long you've been there? Well, you can measure. You can measure the time you've spent at work by counting the number of hours and minutes between when you arrived at work and when you left work. Or what about when you visit a doctor? Your doctor is measuring your blood pressure, your pulse, your body weight, all of which give an indication of your overall health. So what is a measure really? Essentially, every measure is a count of something. For example, to measure size, we are counting the distance of something. Or in another example, we could be measuring the distance traveled by someone or something. To measure time, we are counting the seconds, minutes, hours, days, or years. In the case of measuring a process time of some kind of daily event, we count the minutes or hours that it takes to complete the process. To measure the prevalence of a disease, we must count the total number of people with the disease. And in that case, it's a frequency count. So why do we bother to measure at all? Well, measuring is important because it allows us to evaluate the performance. It allows us to evaluate the performance of things like systems, processes, machines, and people. And measuring allows us to compare the differences between different ways of doing things. When we are trying to improve an outcome, such as decreasing the prevalence of pressure ulcers in a long-term care home, the only way to know where you are is to measure. And once you've changed something in the hopes of improving your outcomes, again, the only way to know you've improved is to measure. Our next video will talk about different kinds of measures as they are applied to quality improvement. And that's Lesson 1, Introduction to Measurement.